Welcome to the ultimate backstage pass, the pulsating heart of the high school sports universe. Get ready to rock with the gang from the Corner to Corner podcast as they take their sports obsessions to new heights. Meet the dream team, Sean Kiper, Adam Muncy, Wes Crouch, and Darren Stevens, as they unpack the secrets, emotions, and triumphs that light up our local sports heroes. Whether you're gearing up for a game or unleashing cheers from the stands, get ready for an exclusive scoop that'll knock your socks off. It's showtime.
From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat. High school pride, we're repping every street. Sean, Wes, Adam, Daron on the beat. Downtown Mount Sterling, where the fans all meet. From the corner to the corner, we bring the heat.
I know, just ticking away, one right after another. So, full week of sports again.
As always.
So, as always, we thank Rumke for our Week That Was segment. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. It's week 3 of soccer.
It is.
Bath County girls, we had them on the show last week.
We did.
Rough week again for them. Some tough competition this week. Went 0-2. That moves them to 1-5 on the season. Mm-hmm. Bath boys 0-1. They dropped to 0-4. Not played a lot of games so far, so. Hopefully there'll be a little bit of uptick there coming.
Yeah.
GRC girls went 0-2-1 this week, making them 0-6-1 on the season. GRC boys 1-2 on the week, makes them 1-4-3 on the season. They've played a lot of tough competition. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. Moco girls 2-0-1 on the week, moving them to 5-1-1 on the season. Mason continues to shine in his first season there as head coach for Montgomery County. And then the Moco boys went 0-3, moving to 2-4-1 on the season. But they played a lot of big schools this past week. But that's Kevin's MO, right? Play the tough competition, get you ready for the playoffs.
Absolutely.
So, Menifee boys went 3-1, moving to 5-3 on the season.
Good week.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the Menifee girls went 1-1, moving them to 4-2 on the season. So, those soccer teams are starting to, clip them games more and more every week now. So, moving over to football, we had week number 2 at football. 2 of the games were at the Clark County Hall of Fame. So they had 2 games on Friday night, 2 games on Saturday night. Actually had 3 middle school games on Saturday, so the whole day was full of football on Saturday. Gracious. So
they were at Cardinal Stadium for the Clark County Hall of Fame Bowl, not at the Clark County Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Anywho, just go back to running the camera. Bath County played Friday night. They played against Paintsville. It was a rough one.
A good Paintsville team.
Very good Paintsville. Well, really a really good Paintsville player.
Well, this is true.
Pretty sure at one point he hit the juke button and the turbo at the same time, because there was one touchdown that he ran down the sideline. I swear to you, on camera, it looked like it got hit into hyper mode, because it's just like he zoomed right down the field. Turns out he was running that fast. So, interesting. But
why didn't we have our gun out so we can figure out how fast he was going?
He was more than
23 miles an hour.
Yeah. He was more than 30 feet away. The gun wouldn't work.
Yeah, you got to be within 30 feet. But anyways, impressive game by Paintsville on that. Bath County did all they could, but they fall to 0-2 to start the season. Montgomery County went on the road to Mason County and won that game 25-18. And I went back and looked. That ended a 3-game slide against the Royals.
Yep.
So would that make? Let's see. Cabe has been here. Is that his first loss or first win against Mason County?
I suppose so.
This is year 4 for him, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's his first win against Mason County. And then GRC played Hurricane West Virginia. They won that game 42-7, moving them to 1-1 on the season. That game changed tremendously on the defensive side of the ball for GRC. It was a 7-0 game. Hurricanes getting ready to score. They fumble in the end zone.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's 14-0, and then it was kind of over after that.
Yeah.
So I think we got a couple of clips from that game. Actually, we did from the Moco game too. We'll go back and show those in just a second. Let's run these. Can we do, or you have them in order?
I got them in order.
Okay, let's do the. I'm sorry, I overlooked that. We got the Moco clips. Is this Adrian?
No, this is Kaba to.
Okay. So we got Jalen Kaba throwing a 45-yard touchdown pass to Rex Turner here on this one.
Double pass from Jacob Gum, backwards lateral to Jamie Caba, and then Jamie Caba to who?
Rex Turner.
Rex Turner, that's right.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, they reached down in the magic hat and pulled that one out.
We saw a couple of those plays try to work on Friday night or Saturday night at GRC, but neither team was able to complete that pass.
And then this is the Adrian Alfaro fumble return TD.
Montgomery County's defense stepped up big Friday against Mason.
Yeah. I think they're right on the verge of figuring out everything. I mean, you know, you get down to Hazard, you know, and it was just kind of snowballed a little bit. But you know, they played good defense in both games, and
Then they're labeled.
had, you know, interception return, fumble return. You know, they've been playing some good ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
All right. And then over to GRC, first one is which one?
Braylon Nestor's 9-yard.
This is what
TD
kicked
run.
off the scoring, I believe, right?
Yes.
First score of the game. What was impressive about that is like they legit could not stop Braylon Nestor. The very first run of the game, he runs for like 55 yards.
Right.
And it was like, oh, wow. And he didn't go out. He ran right up the middle. And he did that continuously throughout the night.
Yeah.
So,
Hurricane or GRC, anybody tried to do any kind of end around or pitch out or something like
Yeah,
that,
it just
they
didn't
just
work.
got gobbled
Covered
up
that pretty well.
in the first half.
Okay.
In the second half, it was just wherever you wanted to run.
yeah.
But anything right up the gut was 20, 30, 40 yards, whatever you wanted.
Yeah, and we talked about that. We talked about the big play there just a second ago. Connor Music to Athias Morris for a 74-yard touchdown pass. And it wasn't like it was a deep pass. It was a shallow pass. And Morris just turned on the jets and eluded them and took off running.
The yak yards.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You had him on your
After
fantasy
they
team,
broke
you would
loose.
like that, right?
That's right.
And he's gone. Number 16.
It was very interesting to
10,
watch the
touchdown,
the
GRC.
in between of the way they used Nestor and Music both in the backfield. So Music definitely has a good arm on him and was pretty accurate on the passes that he threw. So, but anyways, GRC with a big win over Hurricane West Virginia on that one. I found nothing on golf this week. I looked on all the sites. Volleyball week 2, Bath County went 1-1, moving them to 1-3. GRC 5-2, both losses coming to Henry Clay, moving them to 7-2. The second game or the second matchup against Henry Clay was a 3-2 all the way, 5-set thriller. It was a heck of a game.
Yeah.
On that one. Menifee 0-2 on the week, both losses to West Carter, moves to 0-4 on the year. And then Montgomery County with a big week, lots of games this week. 6-3 on the week, makes them 6-4 on the year. They had a great showing at the Scott September Slam in August. And yes, that's what it's called, the Scott September Slam in August. So I thought that was pretty funny on that part of it. So that's what happened this week. That was the Rumpke week that was.
Nice.
So we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have GRC boys soccer, Braden Powell, and a couple of players. We'll be right back.
Mobile banking with Zelle to have the driveway shoveled. His part of the big lunch meeting and the birthday gift for the niece that was due yesterday. That means Anthony made it on time to watch the big game and see the home team score the winning shot. Mobile banking with Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
At Rumpke Waste and Recycling, family is at the heart of all we do. Our name is on every truck, every container, every facility. And we take pride in what our family name represents. Friendly, reliable service. Families trust us. Businesses trust us. Communities trust us. And you can too. Learn more about our family business and the important work we do at Rumpke.com. Rumpke, waste and recycling done right.
All right, we are back here with GRC boys soccer. We got Coach Braden Powell here with us, along with seniors Levi Ross and Kevin Baruth. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
So, Braden, no stranger to the show at this point. It's not like you know somebody that's in the family that's on the show or anything like that, right? Actually, you're just one of the coaches that says yes. So,
I'm happy to come on.
That's what we'll do. Look, we tell all the coaches all the time, help us help you promote your program, right?
Yeah.
If you don't come on and promote your program, we can't help you.
I I always enjoy coming on. I was kind of bummed I didn't get to do it before the season, but our schedule was pretty busy. But glad we found some time to get in here. So
yeah, I mean you had practice scheduled 80 hours a week.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it looked like. Yeah.
So
Yeah, let's talk about the practice schedule.
Yeah.
So I get a text that says, it might be hard for me to show up because early in the season because we're practicing from 5 to 9, and I'm going to be there the whole time, and all my coaches are going to be there the whole time.
Yeah.
4 hours of practice.
Yeah, so we really wanted to do 2 separate practices this year because last year we'd have JV practice and varsity practice at the same time, plus our goalkeepers. So everyone was kind of separated, at least amongst the coaching staff. So this year we really wanted to be sure that everyone was involved with each team. So we had JV practice first, goalkeepers would do some stuff, and then we'd have varsity practice, goalkeepers would do some stuff. So all the coaches were there, and yes, it made for very long hours in the summer. But I thought it worked well. Our coaches, we sucked it up and got through it. So, we liked it. But yeah, it was tough. So making podcast appearances would have been difficult to say the least.
So did you find success with that? I mean, is that kind of like something that you might see yourself continuing to do?
Yeah. And I'm always wanting. We have 3 coaches. I'd like to add 1 or 2 more if we could with a program our size. I think we need to be at that 4 or 5 number. But with 3 coaches, again, it just gives us the opportunity to really get to know both teams and be involved with both teams a lot more, where last year, especially being a new coach to the program, I felt like I didn't get as much time with like those JV guys per se. So yeah, I think that's definitely something that we'd like to do. We can always tweak it a little bit, but something I'd like to do going forward.
Awesome.
Well, schedule-wise, you've not held back. I know we said the record there, and it, as a coach, you see it, and you're kind of like, it's not the most ideal, that you would rather have it, but you didn't hold back. I mean, you've played some really tough squads so far. Can you see from the beginning of the season to now that it's that tough schedule's working on your Aussie?
Yeah. So, last year coming in, I adopted the schedule from the previous coach, and it was a schedule with some really tough competition, and then there were also some teams that maybe weren't on the level where we wanted to compete. So this year I tried to make it pretty even across the board with competition, and it's kind of proved that it's kind of played out that way. But yeah, the record's not where we want it to be. It's a big transition year for us, 11 seniors transitioning out. A lot of guys making that step from JV to varsity, which it takes time. Again, I think, we all think that our record should be better than what it is. But for me as a coach, I'm seeing the improvement game by game and on film and stuff, and that may not be always clear to everyone, but as a coach, and I'm seeing things that I need to see, and we're getting better. So, of course, I want to win every single game, but at the end of the day, I would rather us be playing our best towards the end of the season than at the very beginning.
So, guys, Coach mentions right there a little bit the transition from JV to varsity and younger guys maybe stepping up, getting some more action. What's it been like from you all since the start of the season to now?
Oh, you want me first? Yeah. So we got a much younger squad. We also have a motivated squad. We have a committed squad. Last year we had a bunch of guys who did not necessarily play the system that we wanted to play. Now, having been in JV for a while, where we train them for this system, I think we have guys who fit much more nicely into the system. It is rough though with the transition. We have to replace a lot of goals. As of right now, we don't really have like the man. Whereas, especially over these past couple of years, we've had one or two guys who could turn a game around for you. So right now, I think we're discovering different ways to score goals. So it's not feed one guy who does two cool things and scores goals for us. We need 4 goals from our left winger, 3 goals from our center midfielder. So we got to spread out the goals a lot. But I think because the team works well together, they've played together for a while, I think that's definitely within our capacity to do.
Yeah, I think just like from the middle school level, just from middle school until now, this group especially has played together for forever, it seems like. So I feel like our chemistry is just a lot better this year. And as those younger guys are making their transition from JV to varsity, I feel like they're stepping into big roles, but they're filling them pretty stinking well. Mm-hmm. So I just think moving forward, we're just going to keep getting better, and just all the personnel. We have all the talent in the world. We just got to find our spark to get us going.
So what position do each one of you all play for those watching that might not know anything about GRC soccer?
I play a bunch. Right now I'm a left center back and a 3-5-2.
Yeah, and then I play just center mid.
8-6.
He committed a sin right now, Wes.
He did.
You're the first player, all the soccer people we've had on, you're the first one to ever give out the formation. Normally I ask the coach
what the discussion about this.
Normally after I'm like, okay, coach, what kind of formation you play? Oh, we're not talking about that. We're not going to discuss that.
I didn't say how it works. I mean, if you look at the film, if you look at the first frame of the film, you can see 3 and a 5 and a 2. Oh no.
If it helps, we do have about 3 or 4 formations we've trained that we can go to. So it's not just that one.
Well, I won't talk about those.
Those are still secret.
Is it a lot of teams at high school level stay in one formation just because? I mean, it doesn't matter if you're playing football, basketball, whatever. You've got some good teams. You've got some teams that are just in the middle of the pack. You've got a lot of teams that are young, that are new, that are strapped for talent regardless of because of where they're at. So they just pretty much see what is worth running for themselves, and they run one formation. Is it easy for you guys to kind of move that formation around? I mean, you talked about the formation you just said, but is it easy for you all to just kind of coach just says scrap that and hold up a different formation and you all just move and go?
Yeah, I mean we have a bunch of intelligent players. We work on it in training. We look at it in our downtime. After practice.
Mm-hmm.
And soccer especially evolves very quickly.
Yeah.
And so it's crucial that you have the capacity to play the modern game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's reflected, at all levels of the sport.
Well, I think too something else as well. A difference between high school soccer and like club soccer per se is with club soccer you have a bunch of guys that soccer is their main sport and that's what they're playing. And in high school soccer you don't always get that. Like we have a mix of guys who don't play. We have some guys that don't play club, and then guys like this to my left, who play pretty much almost year round.
Yeah.
So you get a little bit. There's new concepts that get thrown in there that some players are familiar with, others aren't. So you have to slowly integrate that over time. But yeah, for the most part, I mean, we have a pretty, like Kevin said, an intelligent group of kids that have made those transitions kind of easier because I have an idea of how I want my teams to play. But the biggest thing I think is you instill like certain principles of like whether we're playing this formation or not. Like this are the things that we're looking to do, and this is how we want to play. But how you line up can just vary, depending on what the matchup is or whatever the case may be. So.
Sounds good.
So, Levi, I mean, we've talked a little bit before the show started. You're a dual sport kid. You're also the kicker for the football team.
Yeah.
So, with playing football and playing soccer, is there like some point in the season where it's just a drain for your legs?
I would say definitely preseason is because I'm waking up early to do like conditioning or technical training for soccer, and then I'll have a little bit of time to rest, and then I go straight into kicking and doing stuff with football, and then leave straight from there to go to soccer again at night. I think just at all points of the season it can be draining because I mean I'm always bouncing back and forth between all of them, and I never have like any free time to just kind of chill. I'm just always busy, always moving. So recovery is really key. Anytime I do have that spare time, I try to stretch or ice or do whatever I need to get healthy.
How many seniors do you have?
Well, we have 9. One, unfortunately, had to leave the team due to he had to graduate early and take care of some adult life things.
Gotcha.
So, we still consider him a part of us, but so technically 8 that are playing now.
Gotcha. So, I mean, a good group, you see a lot of teams that are successful over the years that have, 10 or 11 come in, then another 10 or 11 come in, another 10 or 11 come in. So, a group of 8's, ideal, but you also are piecing in some younger talent, whether it's, so are you all, do you have a good junior class or are you all looking into, have sophomore and freshmen, stepping in?
So we have a good mix between we have a strong junior class, and then we have a few sophomores that are playing with us, and then we have a couple freshmen that are dressing, that are as swing guys. But yeah, it's just a big mix because we have guys that are stepping into big roles this year that. Even if they dressed last year, they weren't necessarily playing too much at the varsity level. So, and again, that transition from JV to varsity is difficult. Going into the season, part of me was like, August could be a roller coaster. I didn't think our record would be where it is, but again, you always think this is a difficult transition. So I was like, it could be a little bit of a roller coaster. We'll see. But guys they're stepping into roles well, and our JV team's very young. We have a lot of 8th graders, a lot of freshmen, so they're a couple 7th graders as well. So really young at the JV level. So, but it's great to get those guys in the program early because those guys will grow and develop. And so we're excited about the future. But in terms of the present, yeah, we definitely have a big mix of guys that are contributing from different classes. So.
Well, and it looks like you guys kick off. Looking at the schedule, you're kicking off. District play tomorrow at Paris, so you get to play on the orange field.
Unfortunately not.
No?
Yeah, I thought we were going to, which I was kind of excited about, but then I got an email today that we're going to play at the old soccer field. So, yeah, I'm disappointed about that.
Old soccer field that has lights now, right?
I believe so. I've not been over there in quite a while. But yeah, I hadn't told the players yet that we're not going to be on the orange turf. I'm a little bit bummed because I think we were.
Well, it's out now.
They know
They know now.
It's out now. Our formation.
Now we know.
Are they picking football over? Is there a freshman game, a JV game?
I don't know.
Come on, Paris.
I don't know. I am disappointed though. I definitely.
It's a district soccer game.
Yeah, I know, but. We are not worthy of the orange turf so far.
Yeah. So you're gonna be here at Montgomery County next week, and then you're at. How'd you wind up with 3 road games in the district?
That's just the way the schedule rotates.
So does that mean next year you get 3 home games?
Yeah. And we hope. But good thing is Yeah, I don't know how the rotation ever ended up that way. That's just kind of what I inherited. But the good thing is we host district this year, so we'll go play all those 3 teams on the road, but then they have to come to us for districts, which is nice. So I won't complain about that.
So now, am I correct in saying that whoever wins districts will host region this year also?
Our district this year hosts region, which would obviously be huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you think of region competition, who is the biggest competition in the region?
So, some obvious teams stand out. Bishop Rossard's kind of one that they've kind of had our number. When you look over recent history, we played them a couple weeks ago, and honestly was a game that I think we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. But we played them competitive. That's who beat us out last year in the semis. Then Campbell County, and they're kind of reloading a little bit, but they're improving. I know them and Montgomery played the other day. And then Montgomery County seems like they've made some definite strides this year. I know they got some young talent that's contributed at the varsity level. So, those are the 3 teams that kind of stand out to me in terms of region competition.
I noticed the Bishop game being 3-1 the other, and I think that's the same exact score that it was in the region.
Yeah.
So it did you all play up there?
It was here this year. It was
down here
in Winchester.
Okay.
So what got away? I mean, I'm just curious.
So
you said you kind of let that one get away.
Well, we started the first 10, 15 minutes, we did not come out of the gate good. And then for a stretch of probably we saw it on film, for about 20 minutes, we dominated for the most part, but we just weren't able to capitalize. And then we kind of gave away a bonehead goal and found ourselves down, and then gave up a kind of an early bonehead goal to start the second half. And then we scored, had one taken away, which I disagree with vocally, loudly,
loudly enough to get a yellow.
Yeah. But yeah, and then we ended up we got a goal, and then again, kind of the same thing. We just some sloppy goals we kind of gave away, but we had lots of opportunities. Those are guys that I've coached against them. This is 3 games now, and the 2 that we've had in the regular season, their coach will always come up, give me a hug, and he's like, we'll be seeing each other. So, it's kind of those things. It seems like we're always destined to meet at some point again. So,
well, and when you unfortunately have a goal taken off the board, a lot of times you don't know what the psyche of the team is going to do when that happens, right?
Those are tough ones to deal with. Yeah, and it was definitely a very controversial one that went against our friend right over here. But yeah, it was frustrating, and I was frustrated. But yeah, it's just those are just learning experiences. You kind of see where you stack up against other teams, and we go from there. So.
Well, he was talking about psyche, and you were talking about earlier about how you all are continuing to work to find that maybe one guy or just find the easiest way to put the ball in the back of the goal, because it's been a little bit tough so far this year. And when you see something like that, do you all, as players on the field, regardless of hearing coach, players on the field going, man, we finally got there. We got one in the back of the net. We're making our stride here in this game, and then they punish us. So does it work on you a little bit during the game?
I mean, it's tough. Potentially unlucky. Depending on who you're talking to, you've got to keep working though.
Right.
Just keep working. I solve problems too.
So was it an offside call?
No, so...
Because I think that's the stupidest rule in soccer. we went over this last week. The offense should not be penalized for the defense letting somebody get behind them.
Well, what happened in this one, they called a handball on Levi. Another kid scored, but in the buildup of the play, the ball came, and from our perspective on the film, you can't really even see if it hits his hand, but if it does, it was right next to his body, which should not be, because... shouldn't have been a handball because
he wasn't chicken winging. He wasn't trying to.
So, but
there was no intent.
It was. We've had some interesting calls this year. Not to make excuses or anything like that, but there's been some interesting ones. I've tried to be a little bit more calm this year, but I found myself here in the last couple games getting a little animated.
Okay,
yeah.
So. Is there a new rule this year in place where you're not supposed to talk to the referee?
So the new big emphasis was on assistant coaches aren't supposed to speak to the officials.
Okay.
So because, for example, if if my assistant got riled up, I could get a card for that. So it would go directly to me instead of them. Yeah, which I've seen.
Interesting.
It's been a little bit enforced, not as much as I think they wanted to emphasize it, but yeah, we're not going to try to test the waters on that one.
So the understanding we had gotten was just captains are supposed to talk to the refs. So do you have the how I'm trying to say? Do you feel comfortable with your captains, going up, getting an explanation from the ref, and coming over and saying he told us this?
Listen, before Coach even answers, that kid right there, I'll let him talk for me any day. Like, he's a well-spoken young man. I'll let him talk for me any day.
We have two captains sitting beside me, and then the other one who wasn't able to join us tonight. But yeah, I'm comfortable with them doing that. Luckily, like a lot of these referees I know now by this point, or knew because my dad was an official for a long time, so I was around a lot of those guys. But those guys are getting a little bit phased out, less and less, as the years go on. But I know a lot of these guys, so most of them I have a little bit of relationship with. But it doesn't mean they're not afraid to ping me with the yellow card real fast if I get a little rowdy. Which again, I've tried to tone down a little bit, but sometimes I do have a tendency to get animated.
Sounds like he needs you back on the with the official shirt on, Wes. You can get every GRC home game.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's take a quick commercial break here. You are watching the From Corner to Corner podcast presented by Community Trust Bank. We'll be right back.
If you're driving by and see that light, stop on in, get your colors right. It's more than gear, it's your story design. At Incoviv Designs, every thread's a sign.
I still can't believe she's gone. I don't know how we're going to plan all of this.
I know. I felt the same way when your granddad passed. The Kaufman Funeral Home really helped us get through it.
Were they compassionate?
More than that, they took care of us. They made us feel like family. They handled the entire situation from beginning to end.
At Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematorium in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, we're honored to walk beside your family with dignity and compassion every step of the way.
That's exactly what we need right now.
Kaufman Funeral Home, where we believe every life is a beautiful story that deserves to be honored with love, dignity, and heartfelt celebration.
Commercial break. The color of Adam's shirt seemed to be the topic of the conversation. Yellow, left and right. So let's continue that on because Levi said that he's got a nice run of yellow cards going on here. So so is it just things getting a little emotional, or just bad calls, or I don't know soccer that much. I'm learning, but I'm still.
No, but he likes to yell at refs.
I love that. That's my favorite pastime is yelling at refs. So if you need another coach, I can get you some yellow
Assistant coach
cards.
are not allowed to talk to refs, so that wouldn't help you out.
I said I can get him more because he said if his assistants talk to him, he gets the yellow card. I can make that happen.
You can get my stats up, yeah.
You said earlier that you have a lot of guys that play clubs, some of them that don't. You talked about not Levi, but Kevin plays year-round soccer. So, and we've talked about this to some of the other players, but do you notice the change between club and high school? And are you? There's a lot of kids that can't work that into one another, blend that to one another. What do you? What am I trying to say?
I don't know. I'm still stuck on this motion.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Normally we can pull it out of you, Wes. We don't
playing club look different to playing high school, but what do you do to make it, merge together and work with both teams?
Yeah. when you come to school, you got guys from a bunch of different clubs who have a bunch of different philosophies. They all play together. So communication is probably the biggest part of that. Because if you play club, obviously if you play for school, did tryouts, you're clearly good enough to be here. So it's more about the tactical cohesion more than anything. So you just communicate back to front. That's the biggest piece of it. Yeah.
So you say you play multiple positions. Which position do you play the most? And tell me the main job of that position.
Okay.
But not the formation.
Not the formation. Don't mention the formation.
No more secrets.
I mean, positions work differently depending on the formation. But as of late, I've told you I've been playing a lot of left center back. So I think, as I understand it, hopefully I'm not going to get dropped. If I don't, is that I'm there to provide some defensive stability alongside my central and right center back, and also to help facilitate the build out a little bit.
Gotcha.
Levi, what about you?
I'd say main job as a center mid. I mean, we just got to facilitate everything. I mean,
same position I actually played last week.
Right? It just kind of comes from the defense.
You're hitting the runners.
He's the point guard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
He makes everything.
Yeah, we try to
work.
facilitate and just we make a lot of passes, and I feel like us and the center backs and stuff, we're really big key parts of switching the ball from side to side. So it's definitely a lot, but it's a fun position to play.
So you mentioned fun position to play. A player we had last week played the same position. I asked her this same question. Can you see things open up when it hits your foot, and as soon as it opens up, do you just yep, got him?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah, if I see space and I see a guy running into it, I'm making that pass. Or if I see space and no one's there, then I'm driving towards that so that I can create space for everyone else around me.
Is it invaluable to have guys that can play multiple positions and play them well?
Yeah, because I mean, we have some guys that, and I tell the guys all the time at the very beginning of the year, I'll put up that first starting lineup, whether that be for a preseason game or whatever, or even the first regular season game. I'm like, the likelihood that this starting lineup stays the exact same throughout the entire year is very, very, very unlikely. Because guys get moved around and things like that. But to have versatility is really important, and we have a lot of versatility, and we're asking guys to do new things and try new things, and maybe play in positions that wouldn't be their first choice, kind of like what Kevin's doing right now, which is a sign of leadership and a sign of willingness to do whatever it takes for the team. And Kevin, I know if Kevin could choose, he'd be playing somewhere else where he could get forward a little bit more and things. But, where he's at right now is where the team really needs him. And so, yeah, it's having both versatility and also a willingness to do what the team needs you to do, which, luckily we have a lot of guys that are capable of doing that.
So going into this season, being seniors, we ask a lot of the times, what have you done in the off season and then leading up to now to make yourself better as an individual and make yourself better as a senior, as a team player?
Lead up this summer in the gym every day, doing private lessons a couple times a week. Anything else I can do, I'm up 15 pounds this summer, so I'm glad for that. And anything you can do to make this last season better, because it's the last season, potentially ever. And if you want to go to college, you got to get good enough to go to college.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm the same as him. I really hit the gym hard this summer, and with playing club in the spring and everything, I tried focusing on just developing myself, and also just really honing in how to just make my teammates around me better as I go through the process. And just throughout club season, I just had high school on my mind at all times, because I enjoy high school a lot more than club sometimes, just because we get to represent our school in our town and our city. So there's just something special about that. But no, I think that just going into this season, I have a lot of motivation, because like you said, it could be our last season. So we just got to make the most of it.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Kind of going back to that club and high school question from earlier. The biggest thing, and I've coached club, I played club, and I am the biggest advocate for I want all my players in my program to go play club because obviously that helps them develop and grow and stuff. But yeah, there's something about high school. It's just the emotion of it, the pride, like getting to play for your team, getting to play for your school, and represent your community and stuff. I think that's the biggest difference between club and high school is just the pure emotion that comes from it. Like, I loved playing with my club teammates and stuff growing up, but it's just different getting to play, for your school and things like that, and getting to play with the guys you grew up with instead of maybe some. Not random guys, but some guys from surrounding counties and stuff that you've known for maybe not too long or whatever the case may be.
So, I mean, for you all, there's obviously one game on the schedule every year that just makes you all feel a little bit more, puts you on your toes a little bit more.
Yeah, sure. And it's always the next one. It's always the next one.
It's always the
yeah.
Every game.
Every game makes it feel that way.
Correct.
Why are you putting emphasis on one game, Wes?
Well, I mean, because if we were to ask the other team, it'd be the same.
The same exact question. The next game, right?
The next game.
Yeah, the next game against them. That's what.
Well, yeah, no, I do, and I remember that interview, and then they said, what game were they looking forward to most, and they said the answer that our players would say, vice versa. So yeah,
that's why they're called rivalries, right?
Yeah.
It's just a different atmosphere and a different feeling within players. I'm sure coaches too, but within players, do you all feel that? Do you all try to, as seniors, try to make some of your younger guys understand, hey, y'all haven't seen this as much yet, so get ready.
And I mean, before they talk, there's certain games on the schedule, we won't call out who, but there's certain games, it's a bring your own juice type of game. You're going to have to provide the energy for yourself. Games like Wes is talking about, you already got the juice. You don't need any extra motivation.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of approach every game the same way, to be honest.
Good answer, correct.
Yep.
It's like Braden's been coaching them for this interview.
No, I just found out about this a couple days ago. I had no preparation.
They've been in media class ever since.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It is. It adds an extra element of maybe fun competition. If you see local rivals who what am I saying, man? Whose squads consist of guys that you've played with and or against on club a lot. When I was at FC Kentucky, a lot of those guys play in Moco. Some of them play here. So whatever.
That is an element that has changed over the years. Is with club ball, a lot of these guys here in Clark County, in Winchester, they've ended up playing together a lot. So that's an aspect that has changed a lot, to where it's like, all right, we're gonna go on the field, we're gonna play for them, but off the field, it's hey, what's up? That's changed considerably.
There's a lot of familiarity.
Right. Right.
There is, yeah. And as a coach, obviously, I preach the next game's the biggest game of our season, which is that's the mindset. But it is, it's no denying that game next week is a big game. Last year for us, it was our senior night at home and stuff. So it's a different energy, it's a different juice and stuff, and you can feel it, the day before at practice and all that kind of stuff. It is different. But yeah, it's once you get there, enjoy the moment and stuff. But once we go on the field, you got to treat it,
business
like
as usual.
Any other game, business as usual, and you got to go out and execute and all that stuff. But yeah, it's exciting, it's fun. This year will be my first time experiencing it as the away coach, which will be be interesting and stuff, especially being from Mount Sterling and being a Montgomery County graduate. So it's always going to be interesting.
Levi, I mean, you're coming down the home stretch here of your final season of soccer for high school anyway. What's part of your legacy that you want to leave behind to the younger kids?
I just want to leave behind just something that they can look up to as just a hard worker, to help motivate them. Just be like, oh, he worked hard just in everything that he did. He gave 110% effort to be like him. I want to give all of that effort at all times. And I mean, obviously, I want to leave a legacy of winning the region for the first time in 13, 14 years or whatever. So I obviously want to leave a legacy and be on that team that finally breaks that cycle and takes GRC to the state tournament. So,
Kevin, what about you?
I want to impact the culture. I want to leave behind a legacy of professionalism and camaraderie. Be serious in training. Support your teammates. Work hard.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of teammates, who have you all seen? As you talked about being a leader, showing, leaving something for the younger players. Who have you all seen this year that's been like?
That's what I was going to say.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
We was on the same way.
Who have you all seen that this year has been like? They've really turned a corner compared to last year.
Hagen Lepresti has stepped up, filled some big shoes in the back line for us. Obviously, obviously lost 11 seniors, so a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Lepresti's a big one. He's a good leader in the back. Coda has not turned a corner. He's been good, but he's still good.
Right.
Yeah, Coda's like my right-hand man, so just seeing the way that he's grown is just really special.
Yeah.
Because he was varsity only, but he didn't get as many minutes last year, and then he's stepping into a big role, filling the shoes for, like Connor Thorne, who left, and Caleb Bush, who left last year. Even with them being a smaller-sized guy, I mean, he doesn't play like that. He plays like he's big, and he does really well.
Well, and as the season goes on, you were talking about, your right-hand man. You all are starting to mind meld, I'm sure. I know where you're going, so I'm going to put the ball there regardless.
Yeah, and me and Coda, we've been playing for a while. I mean, he's 2 grades below me. He's a sophomore. I'm a senior, but we've been playing middle school up until now for forever. So I just feel like that chemistry's there.
Gotcha.
Nini's taken a big step up. Not necessarily in his ability. I think he's been solid. But definitely in his mentality and in his leadership, and how he conveys his thoughts to the team. Another one I think is Jerry. He was around varsity last year. This year I think physically he's taken a big step forward. He's much more up for the physical battle, which helps us out a lot. Zach. Filling a different role than he did last season. He's good. He's facilitating play a lot, which is, just obviously helpful to do. Jack Keeley, first year of varsity.
Yeah,
I could keep going, man. Nate Whitney, whatever.
I would say Jack definitely has some big shoes to fill, and so far he's done a good job because, Caden Harrison last year was all-state goalie, so it's definitely big shoes to fill, but I think so far Jack has done well, and just this whole junior class just coming up, I feel like everyone's done well. Ryan Houchins has put on a good performance. Nate Rigney, everyone.
We've got a kind of a rotation of 3 guys at right center back / right wing back, who are definitely taking steps forward. Carter, Hagen O'Brien, Travis, all a lot more involved than they were last year, which is good. I think somebody else.
So we talked about versatility, but it sounds like with just by the players knowing each other, it sounds like there's a lot of guys that get on the field, whether they're playing 5 minutes, whether they're playing 25 minutes. You're being able to, go into the bench pretty deep.
Well, and once you, as a coach, because once the season ended last year, you look forward and you're like, man, I'm losing 11 seniors. What am I going to do? But then you start to look at it, and you start to put things on paper and your thoughts and your ideas, and it's exciting because you see the potential, and you're like, you get to see, can this kid step up and fill this role? Can he develop the way that I want him to? Can he show, whatever the case may be. But yeah, so we have a lot of guys that are capable of not only being versatile but playing, a lot of minutes or whatever the case may be. We're asking guys to do a lot of roles right now, and yeah, just kind of hoping that guys can continue to grow as we step into September, the second half of the season, and see who can really step up and start banging in some goals and things like that, or who can really, step up and start filling up the stat sheet.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Wyatt Emerson's gone from, from 6 to 8 to left wing back. So that's a big jump. He scored some goals already though, so that's fine.
6 to 8. I know Adam's like,
whoa. Nope. 6 to 8.
Here, to here.
Gotcha. I mean, if it was going to give away a formation, I was going to keep quiet.
I've already ruined that.
I can't believe you didn't know that, Adam.
6 to 8. You thought that was a shortstop to an outfielder, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly what it was. All right. Well, before we go to the next topic, let's take our last commercial, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with GRC boys soccer golf. Or boys soccer golf.
Boys soccer golf.
Soccer golf. There is a such thing.
We're playing frisbee golf next.
If you're driving by and see that light, stop on in, get your colors right. It's more than gear, it's your story design. At Incoviv Designs, every thread's a sign.
I still can't believe she's gone. I don't know how we're going to plan all of this.
I know. I felt the same way when your granddad passed. The Kaufman Funeral Home really helped us get through it.
Were they compassionate?
More than that, they took care of us. They made us feel like family. They handled the entire situation from beginning to end.
At Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematorium in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, we're honored to walk beside your family with dignity and compassion every step of the way.
That's exactly what we need right now.
Kaufman Funeral Home, where we believe every life is a beautiful story that deserves to be honored with love, dignity, and heartfelt celebration.
When you can't fit the car in the garage anymore, or the guest bedroom is overrun with junk, it's time for a Rumpke open-top dumpster. Rumpke offers open-top dumpsters in a variety of sizes and are often delivered the next day. You fill the container with unwanted material on your schedule, and Rumpke takes care of the rest. Don't wait to reclaim your space. Contact the waste and recycling experts at Rumpke today. Rumpke, waste and recycling, done right.
Got a dent or scratch, no need to despair. Jacob's Auto Body, we're beyond compare. Custom paint, so sleek, insurance on our side. 70 years of trust, we're your hometown pride. Jacob's Auto Body will make it like new. 859-274-7425 is the clue. Jacob's Auto Body, run the show. Helping folks see clear behind the wheel. When our hometown heroes take the field and shine, they're right there cheering every single time. Proud sponsor, heart and soul combined. Montgomery County's got vision on the rise. Yeah.
Special thanks to Brent Wehunt, proud sponsor of our Menifee Athlete of the Month and scholarship programs.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to have the driveway shoveled, his part of the big lunch meeting, and the birthday gift for the niece that was due yesterday. That means Anthony made it on time to watch the big game and see the home team score the winning shot. Mobile banking with Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
Spring is here. Are you sure your roof is ready for the rain? Winter weather can leave behind hidden damage like loose shingles, cracked flashing, and clogged gutters, all of which can lead to costly leaks. At CRC Roofing and Renovations, we provide expert spring roof maintenance, leak prevention, and repairs to keep your home safe and dry. Don't wait until water damage ruins your home. Call CRC Roofing and Renovations today at 859-327-3913 or visit our website to schedule your free spring roof inspection. Protect your home with Central Kentucky's trusted roofing experts.
All right, we are back here with
I thought I was bringing it back.
GRC Soccer. So
we're here with GRC Boys Soccer Golf. Coach Braden Powell, Levi Ross, and Kevin Baruth.
So, guys, one question we always like to, especially ask our seniors. You both kind of mentioned.
Do you use a 7-iron off the tee, or do you...
Is there different shoes per hole?
Kevin, you mentioned college earlier. Do you have some prospects out there looking at you, or?
There are a few coaches who I'm communicating with. Yeah, they've invited me over. We have a good relationship. Yep.
Gotcha. What are you wanting to go to school for, other than just playing soccer?
I was looking at what's most interesting to me. This is going to be boring to everybody else. Is marine biology.
Okay.
Or general biology, whatever.
Gotcha.
So marine biology. That's something you probably can't do in Kentucky, right?
That'd be hard.
Oh. Thomas More has a wonderful marine biology program.
That's why I said probably. I didn't know.
Yeah.
No, but normal.
We do have
biology
lakes. But that marine biology is kind of like helping the sea turtles type of stuff.
Yeah.
What about you, Levi?
Yeah, I'm same boat as Kevin. Like, I want to play soccer in college as well. But I mainly want to go to soccer for physical therapy.
You want to go to soccer for physical therapy?
Listen, sorry.
It works hand in hand.
It's okay. He's been studying out of my handbook. The 51-yard line, the soccer golf, soccer college.
It works hand in hand.
We've gotten this far. It's your first mistake. You're good.
That is true. That is true. Hey, yeah, I want to go to college.
There we go.
For physical therapy or like sports medicine, as well as looking at playing soccer. So,
gotcha.
Any contact with coaches?
I've had a phone call and a few visit invitations from coaches. I just haven't looked at my calendar quite yet to see when I can go to those. And there's two colleges in particular that have told me to wait until around November, and then they'll be in more contact with me. So
you're like, November works great. I'm done with football in November.
Yeah,
I tell you, it's tough. Coaches contact you, message you, call you, whatever during the season. But you all are in the thick of it right now, so it's kind of like, it's
appreciate the contact, Coach, but give me a little bit, okay?
Right. But it's one of those things. It's kind of like we'll talk, but let me get through the soccer season.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we also ask the off the wall question. What is your cleats that you wear now? And are you wearing like the cleats that you want to wear, or is there like a dream pair that you would rather be wearing?
And
I'm gonna need a sponsorship deal first before I say anything.
And but we learned last week, is there any tape holding these cleats together? Because we had a couple last week that had athletic tape and electrical tape holding cleats together. So
electrical tape. All right. Nah, I got 3 different pairs right now for soft ground, firm ground, and artificial ground. They're all actually different types of cleats.
Yeah.
But for when we play games at home, I wear some Phantom Lunas.
Okay.
Some Nikes,
I'm an Adidas guy, so I wear Adidas F50. But
that's why
I
they
do.
got Adidas sponsor on the shirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
You worked it out well.
And I do have a lot of tape on my cleats that I kick for football. It's been a few times. I don't kick kickoffs or nothing for football after I kicked the tee too many times. And it ripped a giant hole in the sides of my cleats. So if you ever see a football game, you can see I have a ton of different kinds of tape holding my cleats together. But that's only for football.
See, that tape helped him get that kick through the upright that bounced off the bar the other night.
Very true.
Like extra half inch, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're Kevin. You're the first guy that said that you have cleats for each individual. I mean, you don't wear just a turf cleat that doesn't. I mean, do you wear studs on artificial turf, or do you just wear something that's a little bit more shorter? You know, all the way turf shoes.
Yeah. No, so they just look like normal cleats. They have studs, but there's a hole in the middle so that you don't need to move the turf to get into the ground. It just kind of goes in, so you don't kind of fight it or push it anyway.
Okay.
So you said soft ground, hard ground. What's
mud and dirt?
Gotcha.
If you're curious, I wear on clouds to coach in, which that's been a new thing. Once the mojo wasn't working, I had to switch up. So I'm wearing, but my on clouds are white. And I don't think my wife likes it that I wear those because those will get dirty. But,
turf ruins a lot.
Yeah. With those black turf beads, I can imagine.
Whatever to get some wind. So I had to change up the mojo. So I switched out bags the other day.
He still hasn't worn a suit like we've asked him to.
Yeah, I think if we wear a suit, it'll come together.
Yeah, he needs to wear a full suit.
He
can keep his hat.
All red.
Right?
Yeah, all red.
Yep.
With a black tie.
Show up in all white.
Hey, and he
only
can,
for big games.
He can keep his rope hat. To wear.
Okay, so I'm glad you kind of went down that road about maybe wearing a suit or something like that, because I know while you're on the show, we have to talk a little bit about bigger soccer, because I know you follow all the European leagues and everything like that.
And we can talk about how good we can talk about how good Chelsea's looking right now.
I have to bring up the game.
Yours off 30 minutes ago.
I have to bring up the Grimsby Township game versus Man U.
Yeah.
That was pretty incredible.
That was a good scene.
That was so. As me, someone who despises Man United, that was hilarious. That was very funny, and I knew the game was happening, but I didn't get to watch it because I was coming in, setting up practice or like that. And Kevin coincidentally walked in and was like, "Did you guys see what happened?" And then he told everyone. I was like, "No way!" And I went and checked my phone. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" So yeah, that was pretty fun.
They went to penalty kicks, and on the 15th,
it was 12-11.
I thought it was 13-12. I might be wrong though.
It might have been 13-12.
So on the 13th kicker,
it was. Yeah, that's hilarious though. Yeah, that's just funny.
And as a Manchester City fan, United should keep Onana around forever.
See, it's good though. See, like now we have a lot of guys that watch soccer and enjoy that and stuff. Which last time I was here, the two guys I brought with me who love those guys, they're two of my favorites I've ever had. But I remember you guys asked, "Who do you guys watch in soccer?" And they were like, "No, we don't watch soccer."
Yeah,
and I was just there. I was like, "Wait, really?" So I didn't know. So it's nice.
They're like, "Soccer? What's soccer?"
So we have a lot of soccer fans. Coincidentally, on our soccer team, we have a lot of soccer fans, which is nice. So, but yeah, it's not. I made sure to bring some soccer guys.
I remember that now. That was quite hilarious.
Yeah, that was the one I also thought we were going to be in Mount Sterling for, and I was late. So, my bad.
That's a great way to learn about the game, though, is to watch the best in the world. Yeah. Why not?
So when there's a Liverpool Man City game on, I mean, are you all just like at each other? Like
he's a big Man City. We talk about it. It's always been pretty friendly. But it's never been too heated and stuff.
I
think
we need to do a bet next time they play.
If
whoever loses.
If Man City beats Liverpool,
I have to wear a suit.
He has to wear a Man City. No,
okay.
He's already Man City.
You got to wear a Man City kit to coach in.
No. Who's purchasing the kit?
Well,
you lost the bet.
Yeah, your bet.
Listen, purchasing a kit's not hard because you can go on some certain websites and they're pretty cheap.
Does Temu have kits?
That's the real punishment.
We'll get one of those.
That's the real punishment is you have to purchase the kit.
Okay.
It says Man U City.
Man U City. Yeah, professional soccer golf team.
Right, exactly.
But if Liverpool wins, then he has to practice in a Liverpool kit.
Oh.
Yeah, I got jerseys to spare.
He could wear my solid jersey.
I can slide around a bit, get it, muddy, whatever. That's good.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's fine as long as you wear it. It will be good. Yeah. So I'm
There's
I'm
washing
down with that.
machines.
I'm down.
I need like a vintage James Milner. That's what I need.
I mean, I can only imagine you coaching a game decked out in that garb, and they'd be like, "What the flip is he wearing? And why is he wearing that?"
But you've already talked about. I've hinted the superstition with you. You've changed back. If you done it and you won, and you kept winning, would you keep wearing the shirt?
I'll do whatever. I don't care. I'll do anything for wins.
He won't even wash
I'm not above anything. Yeah, I'm very superstitious. Like I said, I changed out bags last week. We switched to a different graphic for games. Like whatever it takes. I switched up my music, pregame music on the way over. So yeah, whatever it takes to win. Yeah.
Changed outfits.
Yeah, I changed outfits. And then I told the guys the other day because we won on Tuesday. I was like, I'll just wear the same underwear, same socks. We'll rock whatever. Which they were like, they told me to change underwear. So yeah, whatever.
Adam, I think we have found your equal.
100%. I'm the same way. Same exact way.
When we were calling the basketball games last year, all through postseason, Adam wore the exact same outfit every game.
Blue shirt,
all the way to
shoes,
Rupp.
Well, like on Sundays for the Steelers, like I have a whole closet full of different jerseys for each player, and I'll pick that player if they win. I'll wear it the next week. They lose, it's time to go to different players. So yeah, I just rotate it.
So you keep it the whole game?
Oh yeah.
I'll change at halftime if the Packers are playing bad.
Well, I have changed at halftime before. I'm not going to act like I haven't done that, but yeah, it's again. Doesn't matter if I'm watching, coaching, whatever it takes to win, I'll go there.
What about
Adam
you all?
wore that shirt so long we used it to scrape paint after the season.
Yeah, right.
What about you all? Do you all have any superstitions, or do you know of any of the players like got some superstitions? Like, no.
Guys like that?
No.
Not that I really.
I mean, no. Before games,
coach is weird. Then
I always listen to country music before every game, and I always eat string cheese.
Okay.
I mean,
so he's got a little bit of superstition.
You lost on Thursday and you ate cream cheese.
No,
That's why.
I ate cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese, yeah. That's your fault. You blew it.
That's why. It's like, Coach, we didn't have any string cheese at the house. I had to do something.
He said, Coach, I'm feeling good. I ate cottage cheese. I was like,
well,
feeling good?
Sounds like a cooler's got to come to the
yeah, I know. We're
game
decked
now.
out with string cheese.
Give me string cheese and oranges. That'll be fine.
So when is districts?
So we'll be our last regular season's October 2nd. So we'll be the week after that.
Gotcha.
So you got a while.
Yeah, we go
Got a whole another month.
I say it every year how fast the season goes by. But this year has absolutely flown by. So I feel like it feels like we have a while, but it also feels like it'll be here next week.
I told Daron last night, I was like, I know today's the last day of August, but it already feels like September's over.
It's been crazy. Yeah. My wife put up Halloween stuff today and the fall stuff. So which it is what it is. I don't have a say in that, so I'm not going to complain. But as long as there's a few football things up, so that's fine.
Well,
so that begs the question. Just conversation that happened just last night.
Mm-hmm.
You said your wife put up the fall stuff. Does she have an entire pumpkin patch sitting in?
No. She'll be a little bit generous because we have with it being football season, we'll have some UK, some Steelers stuff, and some football themed things to kind of go along with the fall. But then she'll have her Halloween type-ish stuff that'll be around. But
I didn't ask these questions.
Yeah,
Sean's man
don't take
cave.
this out on me at family gatherings.
No, I'll take credit for it. Sean's man cave has been invaded by a pumpkin patch as of yesterday.
Oh, really?
There was about
Sean's
30
She's
pumpkins in
unpacking.
there.
Well, and
it's time to start decorating.
We moved back in the end of May, and I've still yet to put up my man cave, which I need to do. But she's pretty good. She lets me do that. She won't come in there and invade that space, but she will steal my bathroom, and she'll invade that space. But yeah, the rest of it she kind of leaves to me.
That's funny.
Well, good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of your senior year. I know that last game, that last home game will be kind of like, oh, wow, it's here already. So enjoy the ride. Hopefully, if y'all get to a point where there's a commitment or something like that, let us know. We'll put it out there and try to come to the signing and stuff like that. But enjoy the rest of the season because I know there's not a whole lot of it left. But you all work hard anyway. So we've got some other business to attend to. So thank you for coming.
Yeah, appreciate you all having us on.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's jump into our. Let's wrap up last week first and award our Simply Secure Athlete of the Week from last week. That is going to be Miss Molly Stoll, who had 8 goals last week, and she also broke the school record, her coach's school record at that.
Yep.
She's a sophomore, and she's broke the record. She's probably going to put up some numbers that may not be touched until her daughter rolls around, and then she'll probably break that.
Probably.
So Molly Stoll, congratulations. She's from Menifee County. So congratulations to you on being last week's Simply Secured Athlete of the Week. Daron, was you going to say something? I saw you. Oh, okay. I saw you pull the mic. So, the nominees for this week.
She was the people's champ too.
She was also the people's champ.
That's true. Yeah.
So 2 weeks in a row we've had a clean sweep.
It's not normal.
No.
That only happened like 2 or 3 times last year.
Right.
Yeah, so she was the Simply Secured Athlete of the Week and the Mays Law Office's people's champ, all in one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Sean, we're going to do this again for people tuning in this show. Might not watch all of our other shows. Explain how the people's champ works. How do we decide who the people's champ is? Key is we don't.
Right. Yeah, it's all voted. It's all for the people. So you got to go out there every Wednesday. Adam drops a post with a graphic. The graphic has 4 different emojis on it that represents each county, and it's the people that vote on it. So whoever has the most interactions with their emojis, comments don't count. Commenting an emoji doesn't count. You literally have to hold the like button and pick one of the little emojis that matches the photo that you want to match it up to. Whoever has the most wins. So she had over 200 votes this week. So, and her mom was working that too.
Yeah.
So
nice little competition between her and GRC volleyball Lillian Dickerson this week.
Yeah.
I think she ended with 146.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was back and forth for a while, and then Miley pulled away.
Yeah, GRC showing up early this year.
Yep.
So that's good there on that part of it. We'll do our Dog of the Week and our EJ here in a second. Let's do our nominees for this week. Montgomery County football, Jamin Kaba was 1 for 1 for a 45-yard touchdown pass, which we saw in the pre-show.
You meant Anna Cooper.
He also had
Anna Cooper, Lillian Dixon was Bath County. You're right.
Yeah. He also had 40 yards rushing, forced fumble, and 23 combined tackles. From Clark County, or GRC, however you want to say it, football, Braylon Nestor, 13 carries, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. And, I mean, I'll be honest with you, 165, they just quit giving him the ball. He could have run for 300.
I mean
he had an interception, right?
Yeah,
yes, he had an interception.
Right. Yeah, he on defense.
Right.
Yeah, he actually.
Yeah, he did not throw.
And I mean, that was one
clarity.
It was.
He had a fumble recovery too.
Did he really?
Yep.
Okay. So
yeah,
we didn't see that.
And
on
a fumble
stats.
recovery.
Yeah, and a fumble. Yeah. So
if there was a stat, he had it.
It was a fumble.
How many waters did he pass out, Levi? I mean, that's some time on the sideline.
Oh shoot!
One thing Braylon Nestor didn't do, and that's use the entire goalpost to get a field goal.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe we need to get him to hold for you next game.
Maybe.
Menifee soccer, Skylar Guess had 2 goals and 1 assist. And then Bath football, Aiden Weiss, 8 tackles and 1 sack. So that is our nominees. That'll, like I said, that'll drop Wednesday morning, and then you can go out and vote for them, and then that'll run through next week prior to the show getting ready to drop. Let's look at Rumpke's Dog of the Week. We're going to go with Devin Short. Devin Short was a player for the Hurricane West Virginia team. Got injured late in the game. It's kind of a scary situation. Daron and I were there on the call, and I think he was on the field for 20 or so minutes. As a parent, it felt like an hour and a half. It really did, because it was hush over the crowd. Both teams were on their knees and stuff. It was really awesome. The good part about it is Wes did some Facebook research today, found out that he is going to be okay.
Looks like it. He's he's in a neck brace, but he's moving around, walking around. Yeah. He's just sore from everything like that. But I mean, Dog of the Week. I mean, leading up to what he, to the unfortunate injury. I mean, some of the information I had gotten here was, he scored a touchdown for Hurricane. He had 25 to 30 yards on offense. He had 8 tackles. He had a fumble recovery, and he thinks he may have had a sack during all that. 2 or 3 of those tackles for losses. So he was playing really well.
I think he's the one that recovered the fumble in the end zone.
And he was he was one of the captains going out. So
he was listed on the roster with the wrong number. So everybody in the press box was trying to figure out who this kid was.
Oh, gotcha.
And nobody...
Until he got hurt, we never figured out what his name was.
It wasn't until he got hurt that we figured out what his name was.
Yeah.
But he was in on every single play, whether he got credit for a tackle, or a big offensive play, he was in it. He was in on almost every single play. We said his number a lot, just didn't know what his name was.
Yeah.
So shout out to Devin or DJ,
they call him DJ,
however way. But shout out to you. Get better. But good game the other night.
Yeah, it was for sure. And then our EJ's Appliance Montgomery County Play of the Week is this.
Mason County quarterback drops back to pass, and he finds Jeremy Hampton, and nobody's in the way. Look at him hit his Deion Sanders on the way to the end zone. 65-yard pick six, Jeremy Hampton.
Absolutely.
EJ Appliance Repair. Call them at 859-251-3571 for all your appliance repair needs.
Yep. And they cover Montgomery County and Clark County are their 2 biggest counties that they cover. So,
gotcha.
So there's that on that part of it. So great stuff as always. On the schedule for this week, we'll be at the arena Wednesday night. Volleyball game. Rowan County comes to town, so we'll be there for the Moco Rowan volleyball. Again, that's Wednesday night. I think it's at 7:30.
And pretty sure Friday night there's something big happening in this town.
Yeah, Friday.
Levi, I believe you'll be coming back here.
I will, yep. Yeah. GRC will be traveling down 64, taking on the Montgomery County Indians on the football field.
For the War on 64.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, not what we call it.
Right. So both teams looking to get their second win on the season. So we will be on the call. It will be on the Huddle Fan app or Facebook or X, whatever you want to watch it on. It's going to be there.
YouTube.
So, YouTube as well.
Yep.
Yeah. So we got all that figured out. So you'll be multiple ways that you can watch that. Daron and Adam will be on the call. Wes will probably be on the field doing his updates and stuff like that as well, and I will be taking care of a child.
Talking about the 51-yard line.
Yeah.
Me and Daron will make sure to bring up the 51-yard line.
Yeah.
Oh, Jessica brought it up Saturday night.
Yeah,
She also brought it up Friday night when
Yeah.
me and you done the bath.
Yeah, she said something about. She goes, "Isn't that considered the 54-yard line?" I was like, "No, they're on the opposite side of the field. It's the other way."
Yeah, the ball went out of bounds at the 46. Sean called it right, and Jessica's over here to my right. Sean's on the left, Jessica's on the right. Radio's to the right of her, and Jessica goes, Sean, that was the 54-yard line.
You know, sometimes you make a speaking error, and it just never goes away. Right? So, all right. So MoCo games on tap this week. We just talked about the home football game for versus GRC volleyball. They're actually home tomorrow night against Campbell County, and also Wednesday Rowan County. Girls soccer is at Mercer this week, and boys soccer at Frederick Douglass. Menifee County home volleyball game versus East Carter. The girls soccer, boys soccer doubleheader, boy-girl doubleheader versus Rowan County. GRC.
Not the Hall of Fame Bowl.
Yep.
That's already been
I did
happening.
not change that one. Everything else is right. GRC obviously coming to Montgomery County for football. Volleyball home versus Bryan Station. Girls soccer going to be at home versus Madison Central, and boys soccer at Frederick Douglass.
At Paris tomorrow night.
At Paris tomorrow night.
Yep.
Bath County games, that is wrong as well. They are home versus Rowan County in football. Volleyball home versus St. Patrick, and then the girls and boys doubleheader versus East Carter. So that's the highlight games of the week. So
sounds good.
And then next week, we got kind of an exciting guest next week, right? We got.
You mean Braden's not exciting?
Well, wow! You smacked him right in the face sitting beside of you.
Guess I'm not coming back.
A program has been rebirthed, right? So Bath County.
This is right after he just said Braden is the coach that says yes. Guess what? Next time he will say no.
How quickly I failed.
Anyways, Bath County ladies golf coach James Moore will be here with the team.
Yeah.
The program had went away from golf, and so it's been gone for like 6 years now.
Yeah.
And so it has been rebirthed thanks to Coach Moore, and so he'll have all 5 ladies here with him, and so we'll be talking Bath County golf. So that'll be exciting on that part of it. Guys, do you follow us on X by chance?
Yes.
Yeah? You too?
I don't have anything like that.
You don't have X? Nah. You're not Facebook or anything like that?
He said nothing like
I
that.
follow you on Facebook. I had X and then I deleted it.
Okay.
I follow you all on Facebook.
That works. Okay. Don't get it. Okay.
Oh.
don't get social media.
I'll
It's the
like
worst
peek
thing
over
ever.
his shoulder.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's the worst thing ever.
Don't listen to Sean. We're going to need you to download it before you leave and follow us because it's a requirement. If you come on the show, we don't let you leave.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, thanks again for coming and spending your holiday with us.
You're exciting. Not as exciting as next week's guest, but you're exciting.
Hey, we tried. That's all we
Maybe
can do.
next time. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this week's From Corner to Corner, Coach's Corner. Be sure to help us spread the word about the podcast and our Athlete of the Week and Month programs. We love shining a light on them. At the end of the day, it's all about our communities, our teams, our coaches, and especially our students. They all deserve it. We'll catch you guys next week. And, hey, a big thanks to Community Trust Bank for sponsoring the show. We'll see you next time.
Go Cards.
The From Corner to Corner podcast wants to send a huge thank you to all our amazing sponsors who help keep this show rolling each week. Your support lets us keep covering local sports, sharing stories, and building community together. We truly couldn't do it without you. Thank you for believing in us, and let's keep making an impact together.
The Moco Four Horsemen would like to thank you for listening to From Corner to Corner. Be sure to go out and follow us on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. Whatever podcast platform that you listen to us on, be sure to go out and give us a 5-star review. Thanks as always, and we look forward to seeing you next week.